Welcome back to Sports Just right here on the Captain TV studio. Of course, I have another guest with me on the show. I have Emmanuel Daniel. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Welcome to Sports Just.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here. All right, guys. Manchester United. They've almost completed the signing of Andre Onana.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel as a United fan?
Well, I feel so optimistic about the whole thing.
Okay.
Because it's very risky for a top club like Manchester United not to have a proven goalkeeper ever since David De Gea left. We only have Tom Heaton as the only, keeper in Manchester United right now. Dean Henderson wants to leave because he doesn't want to play second fiddle to any other goalkeeper. And when we look at what Onana has done, even when he was in Ajax with Erik ten Hag and what he did in Inter Milan, and with his commanding presence and as well his ball playing prowess in Inter Milan, I think he's going to be a very good and perfect fit for Erik ten Hag, because from a tactical point of view, Ten Hag is this type of coach who always like playing from the back. He always like it when the goalkeeper makes it easy for the defenders as well, like an additional body on the pitch. So, and I feel like, with all due respect, David De Gea was a very, very good keeper for Manchester United. He did so well.
Yeah.
He was a loyal servant for the club for 12 years, and he saved Manchester United on so many occasions.
Okay.
He won so many points for us as well, and he won few trophies in Manchester United. But, from the way football evolves, and when you look at some elite goalkeeper like Ederson and Alisson as well, they are this type of goalkeeper who can play the ball with their feet, not just saving, not just making saves alone, but they can play and distribute the ball as well, which is something that lately was lacking in David De Gea's game as well, which the coach feels like it's high time they move on, from that. Although the way in which the club went about it, and made him leave was disrespectful. Because if they know he won't stay in Manchester United, they should have informed him earlier, even before we finished the season, before the season ended. But they didn't do any of that. They make sure he run down his contract, and they left him stranded like that. And contrary to what we were told, that they gave him a new contract and they asked him to take pay cut and stuff like that, but they never did. They never gave him a new contract. So I feel like the way in which they went about it was disrespectful. Okay. But from a tactical point of view, I can understand the reason why Erik ten Hag wanted a goalkeeper like Onana.
Do you understand why Ten Hag wants a goalkeeper like Onana?
Yeah, obviously, in the modern game right now, every manager wants a goalkeeper that can play with the football. If you see the likes of Ederson, like he said, and Alisson, those guys are very good with their feet. And most managers want to start their game from the back, playing from the back, not just kicking the ball forward. Because if you kick the ball forward, your opponent might still get it and take control of the game. So he needs the goalkeeper that can play with the ball. And another thing again is that I'm very happy for Onana. He's an African player, going to Manchester United, a very huge football club in England and the world too. I'm very happy for him. I just hope he goes there and does well. Let him just. I don't want him to go there and start. How would I put it now? Not performing like everybody expected him to. But I just hope he does well, and I'm rooting for him.
I'm also rooting for him because he's African.
Yeah.
But if you check, if history serves me right, I don't think our African brothers have done so well in a club like Manchester United.
Yeah. We've had African players in Manchester United, like Quinton Fortune. Quinton Fortune didn't really get much game playing time in Manchester United, but the few games he had, he tried his best. But it's just that Manchester United is a traditional football club. They don't really get African players into their team, that most especially black players, except maybe the British-born black players like Dwight York and the other
Rashford.
Guy. So our own brother Igalo went there and he did well. It's just that,
but he didn't last.
Yeah, his age again was another problem they had. If he was younger, I'm sure they would have kept him for longer.
I don't think.
But I know with Ten Hag as a new manager right now, I believe Onana is going to stay pretty well at Manchester United. And
yeah, and when you look at the likes of Igalo, who played for Manchester United, he was brought in on loan because we needed
a striker.
Yeah. You know, at that point in time, and he was not even a priority target.
Out of desperation.
Out of desperation, they brought him in. But Onana is a priority target for Erik ten Hag. You know, he's coming in to fill in a key position for Manchester United, and he's not coming in to play second fiddle.
Nope.
Or just because Manchester United didn't have any other targets, you know, in the transfer market. So I feel like Onana's situation is going to be a lot different from, you know, the one Igalo had at Manchester United.
All right, I wish him all the best. And of course, every goalkeeper makes mistakes.
Definitely.
And even it brings me back to Chelsea. Now, you are a Chelsea fan. We've lost Edouard Mendy. And nobody's even talking about that. Chelsea also need a goalkeeper, someone that will complement Kepa Arrizabalaga. But my question for today is, between Kepa Arrizabalaga and Edouard Mendy, who is a better goalkeeper?
They have their differences.
Okay.
Edouard Mendy came into the football club when Kepa was in a very bad form. You know, bought him for a very huge amount from Bilbao. Edouard Mendy came in with great optimism. He was really getting us those saves, rescuing us from, you know, dropping points. But the only problem he had was he wasn't good with his feet.
Sure.
He made silly mistakes with his feet, and that is where Kepa is way better than him. Kepa, most times he had great saves for us. He saves us from, you know, getting lower points. But I feel I can't differentiate both of them. But
who is better though?
I can't really say. But if I'm to have a gun on my head, I'll go for Kepa.
Kepa.
Yeah.
What about you, Moses?
I'm not a Chelsea fan.
Yeah, you don't have to be. You're a football lover.
Well,
so
yeah,
who was a better goalkeeper?
Like you said, the two goalkeepers had different characteristics, different qualities and all that. But I was opportune to watch, you know, a few of Chelsea's matches at some point, and I saw some mistakes Mendy made. Yeah. Like you said, with his foot, you know, his footwork is very bad.
Sure.
And he made some mistakes that led to Chelsea losing those match. Yeah. So I feel like Mendy is good, but he makes more error, you know, than Kepa.
So who is the better
and
goalkeeper?
As a team or as a coach won't feel safe with a goalkeeper who makes mistakes like that. Sure. So definitely you go for Kepa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who will I go for? I want to be neutral, but I think I'll go for Kepa too. You know, it was funny because Chelsea is always in the eyes of the storm. We're like the Kardashians of football. Because people always talk about us. Okay, so the intriguing thing about Chelsea that comes back to my memory is when Chelsea has played 120 minutes in a game. Mendy was the goalkeeper. Now there's penalty shooters and we are substituting them. So the one that made everybody laugh at us was it Liverpool? Was it that Liverpool?
It was Liverpool.
Game? They brought the savior in, the Messiah, to help Chelsea, and boom, we lost the game. But regardless, I think Kepa is someone that has so much confidence. I think his confidence makes him stand out. I think that's what he has ahead of Edouard Mendy. So we'll definitely go for Kepa Arrizabalaga. But we seem to agree on this one, all of us. Okay. Well, let's talk a bit about Dele Alli. Now, he had an interview with Gary Neville. He talked about so many things. Talked about his childhood. He had a very rough childhood. Talked about the fact that at 24 he wanted to quit the game of football, which he loved so much. Yeah, and the fact that he even thought about quitting the game is something that baffled him, because football saved his life. But having to want to like stop something that gave you so much joy was, you know, it goes to show how deep his pain was. Talked about the fact he started smoking at a young age. They took him from, you know, fostered home to another foster home, and not having a father figure in his life really broke him. But the one we are going to be talking about today was a lazy comment by Jose Mourinho. Now that viral YouTube video, I'm sure everybody has seen that video where Jose was advising him in his career. Okay. Now Jose Mourinho is one of the biggest fans of Dele Alli. He loved Dele so much. He talked about it. Even when he went to Tottenham, he had conversations with Dele Alli. He wanted to see how he can help him improve on his game, because he believes that Dele Alli had great potential. But you know, along the line, Jose Mourinho didn't really see that, you know, that spark, and he called him lazy. Now, the lazy comment, people love to bring it up. That was the day after a recovery. He said that a week later, but then he apologized to me. And then, of course, that is Jose Mourinho. He said Jose later came out to apologize to him for calling him lazy. But that aside, I'm sure over time we've seen footballers, not just footballers, athletes, struggle with mental health. And there's one that was, you know, very popular, Simone Biles, the athlete. She came out to speak about having to take some time out for herself to treat her mental health and all. And some people will watch this interview and they will have different opinion. Obviously, someone sent me a message and was like, and so
it's crazy.
It's crazy because you just watched the interview. I mean, at some point he was in tears, and me, I was in tears watching him because it was really emotional.
Most people don't understand what people go through in life.
Yeah.
Mentally, this guy grew up in a rough home. His mom was an alcoholic. His dad was just here and there. You know, his dad's a Nigerian. Yeah. You know, and they left him. There was a time, I think, like 4 years ago, when he was then, his mom was always coming to the stadium, and his dad to watch him. Most times they want to talk to him, he wouldn't want to talk to them. Yeah. I sent him a tweet, like, dude, these are your parents. No matter what they did to you, accept them, take them back. And he replied me. I was shocked when he replied me. He said, they're not his parents. They left him alone in a foster home at the age of 12. I was like, oh man, this is serious. But even at that, he has every right to say what he said in that interview, because he has gone through a lot and it affected his football totally. He went down. I just feel there should be a connection with the people he loves. I feel with this interview he has granted, people want to hear more from him, because I feel most people wouldn't want to give him that chance to talk about the things going on in his life, you know. But now that people have seen what he has said, listened to what he has said, I feel this is the right time for him to just, you know, accept people in his life, because you need people that love you and people that will give you good advice to move on with your life. That's just what he needs now.
He needs all the love.
He needs all the love, even from his real parents, because now this is the time his real parents need to go closer to him. No matter what they've done, no matter what, he needs to accept them so that they can, like, help him out mentally, and you know, he should improve his football. And
I mean, having to take pills just to sleep is something that is really deep.
Of course.
And I'm sure people don't really understand, except someone that has, you know, felt that kind of pain that he's feeling, and that kind of loneliness, and the fact that you can't sleep well at night. It's really depressing. It's just signs of depression, and it goes to tell you that you can actually have a career going on in your life and all the money in the world, and you can still be very sad.
Yeah, of course, because even in that interview, you could see him saying at some point he will come to training looking all happy, but deep down he knew he was losing it.
Yeah.
You know, and for you to know that it's not, you can't necessarily judge a person's state of mind, you know, by how lively or, you know, how jovial they are, because deep inside they might be fighting so many battles, and they might, you know, they don't just want people to look them or feel some kind of pity for them. Some kind of self-pity. And some people are kind of, you know, defensive. They want to be strong. They don't like the idea of telling people, I'm this, this is what I'm going through, this is what I'm going through as well. And I feel like that kind of played a part, you know, in Dele Alli's situation as well, because at some point he said he doesn't want people to know him, to know what he's going through, you know. And he said only few knew what he was going through. You know, for you to know that at times, you know, it takes a whole lot.
A whole lot of courage to, you know, speak up.
People can make more career free behind.
Sure, like people are already doing that. They're like, and so besides, he made it. He has money. He has money. And he has money.
Like I told you yesterday, I said, if money can solve your problem, then I think
you're lucky.
You are lucky. At least you know the solution to your problem. But there are some issues. You know, there are some issues of life that people battle with that money it's not about money. Money can solve, you know. It takes so many things. It takes reconciliation, forgiveness, and love and understanding for everything to go back to the normal way it used to be. And it's not so easy, especially for somebody like Dele Alli.
As in the public eye.
As the public eye again. I know he's going to gain a lot of criticism for all those things. But he just needs to be strong and take the positive from what he has done. And
I'm sure his story will inspire so many
as well.
So many
to
come out and speak out too.
And seek help when they are really going through.
We could see it last season too with Sancho. At some point, Sancho too was depressed. He wasn't injured, but he was depressed. That he couldn't focus.
Rashford too.
Yes,
Rashford.
He couldn't play on the pitch, so the coach quickly understand what was going on. So he gave Sancho a 6 weeks break to leave Manchester United and go to a new environment and come back. And the coach said it. He said it's not about him not being fit or him not being able to play football. He said it has to do with his mental health. You understand? And one thing about life is, when you are not in the right frame of mind, it's going to be very hard for you to be good at what you know how to do best.
Okay, well, whichever way, we love you, Dele Alli, and he's an amazing player anytime, any day. And I still want to see him at the top. I still want to see him representing the Three Lions of England. I still want to see him play in Europe at the biggest stages. And of course, his former manager, Mauricio Pochettino, has come out to say that he still want to have discussions with him and see how well. And the outpouring of love for Harry Kane from his fellow teammates and footballers across the globe has been massive. So wish you all the best and hope you come back stronger. Yes, so let's do a bit of a sports quiz before we go today. How well do you know football? So I wanted it to be about your club, but no, I want to challenge you guys a little. In 2010, Jose Mourinho made a comment. Okay, so I'll just say it the way he said it. So dash player. He was obviously the only forward at the time, because his forwards were injured, and he wanted to qualify so badly, for the Champions League and win it, which they ended up winning. And he told him, when you go into the game, please, no red card. And he goes on into the game, and of course, within a minute, he got a red card. Who was that player?
Is the question going to him or me?
You, Daniel.
We all know the madman, Mario Balotelli.
Obviously, Mario Balotelli. And the way he said it, Mario, no red card, please. 1 minute in, Mario, red card. All right, still that same year, Inter Milan went on to win the Champions League. They scored 2 goals. Who scored the 2 goals for Inter Milan? Moses.
I can't quite recall.
Okay.
Who scored the 2 goals?
Do you want to help him?
I want to. I'm trying to. I'm seeing it clear right now, but his name is just.
Okay, you guys have 10 seconds.
No, he's an Argentine.
No, I have to. Yes, he's an Argentine. He has given you a clue. He's cute.
He has a brother playing football too.
All right. He has the same surname as the legendary.
Okay. Diego Milito.
Yes, Diego Milito. Okay. Before Lionel Messi took up the number 10 jersey, who wore the number 10 jersey for Argentina? Daniel.
Romelu Riquelme.
Yes, Romelu Riquelme. That was so easy.
Very easy.
Okay, who missed a penalty in the, was it 2005 Champions League final between Liverpool and AC Milan? He was the Europe's deadest taker at the time. Moses?
Between Liverpool and
AC Milan. Of course, Liverpool went on to win.
Yeah.
He played for Chelsea. Do you want to help him?
Alan Crespo?
No.
all those history.
Shevchenko.
Oh, Andriy Shevchenko.
Yes. Okay. Who wore the number 13 jersey for Manchester United? 2008, 2009.
Jason Park.
Correct. Yeah. Who wore the number 9 jersey for Man United? That same year.
That same year. Bebatov.
Sure. Correct. Okay, I think that one was so easy. Okay. Let's do your club, Chelsea.
All right.
Okay. Who was the Chelsea manager In 2003.
That's with Claudio Ranieri.
Ranieri, all right. Who made this famous comment? We are in the Champions League. Guys, we are in the Champions League.
What club?
He was in England at the time, and they had just won the league. So that's the biggest clue of all.
Is it player or a manager?
A manager. He said, "We're in the Champions League, guys."
For which club?
They just won the league and they've qualified for the Champions League.
Leicester
I've given you
City.
guys all the clue. Yes, Leicester City.
Yeah.
So who was the manager?
Claudio Ranieri.
That's Ranieri.
All right. Yeah. Who won the 2007 Champions League?
2007, 2008, right?
Yes.
That should be Man United.
Nope.
No, sorry. AC Milan, yeah.
Correct.
Man United was 2008/9.
Yeah.
Okay, who did Drogba slap during the Champions League finals, 2008, 2009? That earned him a red card. Yeah?
Nemanja Javidi.
Oh, okay. That was so easy. Who was Chelsea's manager that year?
I'm not a Chelsea fan.
But that's what I'm asking you.
Chelsea fan, a Chelsea manager that year.
Yeah, the year we lost that Champions League to Manchester United. Our time is fast spent, so you have to answer.
Should I?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Avram
Grant, thank you. I think you took this one. Okay, congratulations, Daniel. Thank you so much, guys. That's too much we can take on the show for today. It's been a pleasure having you guys.
Thank you.
Well, let's do this again, same time, same station, next week. I am Dara Stimba. Do have a wonderful weekend. Bye, guys.